Alright, so today I wanted to do a little iPod update video, since I've gotten a few more that I'm pretty excited about since I did my initial video, iPod video, months back. So the stuff that's really exciting about the ones I have, there's only like one in this, pretty much only one in this that I hadn't had one of these iPod models, and that's the one I'm going to start with. The big exciting thing is that a lot of these, I had the boxes for them, the original boxes, which is a big selling point. Some of them are in like really good condition, but we'll get to that. But the first one I have here is ones that I never really thought that I would like that much, and like just has like grown on me, I guess, especially since I got it. And that's the Nano, the fifth generation Nano here. So I got the red one. Obviously, I think it was cool they had a red one. It was like one of the first Project Red things they did, I think, because this came out in I think 2009 or something. It was one of the, I considered this the last true generation of a true iPod, because after this they just produced touches, and I guess they still had the classics still, but I feel like this is like the full last design that they ever really did and it had like a different interface on it and stuff. And I'll show that to you in a second. But this thing has really grown on me. It's just so sleek, and it's just red is my favorite color, so I've always just it's so cool to have a red one. I've always wanted a really a real red iPod. And it's interesting, this one actually is the only iPod, true iPod with this scroll wheel. I consider a true iPod is when you have a scroll wheel, not the touches. But it has a camera on it, and you can take video on this, and I've taken some videos on here of me skating and stuff, and just various things. I want to do a little house tour or something on it sometimes. No, it's obviously not an amazing little camera, but it's just kind of nifty that it came with one, and that was the only iPod that came ever had one. But really cool. The screen is really big. It's the biggest on the Nanos, I believe, and that was the only difference from the fourth generation, is that the screen was bigger, I believe. And the fourth generation ones were one of the most popular iPods that were ever released. They were they were very similar in this. I know most people have seen the Nanos in this shape before, and my first was the third gen, which I talked about before, but this one is awesome. This is honestly it's my daily driver now. I use it all the time. I use it every day. It just has all my essential stuff on it for right now, and I just really been enjoying having this, because when I got it, it basically was brand new. It said online, it came with the box. It seemed like it was still sealed and everything, and the battery life is really good on it actually, so that's cool. Even with the original battery, you wouldn't expect it to be that great, but it is. But on the bottom here is just the dock connector and the little aux thing for headphones, and then just a little tiny hold switch on top. But the interface is really something I love on this iPod. And here's just the main menu, which is pretty normal for these later iPods. But it's just hopefully you can see it well, but I just really like it. It's just the final way they ever did it, I guess. And then you can turn it, and here's your the camera, what was it called? It's something flow, the cover flow, which they eventually had to get rid of and shit. But I really like the cover flow on the iPod touches, because you can see them so big. But I think it's cool that they had these on here. But I really like that's a feature on this. But what I really like about the interface on this that's kind of different than the other ones is let's see, I'm gonna pick something here that we should listen to. I don't know. Oh, I was listening to Cannibal Corpse, so let's just pull that back up. But you can see when you pull it up, it's just the big album artwork is on here, unlike the other, like the classic ones, it just has like the little one in the corner, and has like the where it talks, like it shows like the name like on the side, and it's just like a white background. But I love this so much, how it's just like you can see the big album artwork, and it just says the stuff at the top, and it's like a black background. It's so cool to me. I just really like that aspect of it. That's like a big deal for me. I love looking at album artwork. It's a big part of music for me, and but that's just like really sick there. That was like a huge thing for me when I got this too. Like I didn't realize that it had such a cool interface like that. And then like the now playing, like you can see it at the bottom there. And but yeah, just really cool. And I like how like when you're on the main menu, it like shows like the album covers like scrolling on the bottom there. Really I just really like this iPod. It's really cool. Like it's a later one. But I did mention that it did come with the box, and it came with the box, so it was just one of these like the later generation ones, pretty typical. Like the touches came in boxes very similar to this like plastic container here. It's the 8 GB model, and the iPod Nano. Didn't come with much. I think it like this thing comes out, and I think you can like open this up here, and there's some like info in here, I believe. And this like it came with like a little cord, but I'm kind of struggling to get in here. But like here's like that like designed by Apple in California, typical stuff, and it just has like the other stuff in there and information on the back. But it came with a plug. I don't think it came with a brick. I'm not sure if it came with a brick or not, but yeah, they got stingy on the stuff in the later models. But yeah, iPod Nano 5th generation, awesome, red. It sucks that I've used it so much that I accidentally dropped it one time, and like now there's just like a ton of dust like stuck under the screen, which kind of bothers me, but it is what it is. It still works perfectly fine. And it's the thing was it's so small, it was sitting in my pocket, and it just like slipped out and like fell on the ground. I was like, damn it. But it happens. But it sucks that the dust gets under there. But yeah, these are cool. I might get some more colored like variations of this in the future. That would probably be, if I'm going to buy more iPods in the future, this would be the generation. I will buy more colored ones of these, like different colors, because I really like the colors of these. Yeah, that's the first one. The next one of my favorite generations of iPod, I talked about that before. I have 3 other ones besides this one, and it's the 3rd gen. But this one is so cool because I got the original box of it, and it's in like very good condition. And like I call it the pristine 3 because it's like in pristine condition. Ever since I've been collecting iPods, like I've just been like, oh, these are all just like in such like bad cosmetic condition, and I was just so excited to find this one that was actually in really good condition. That's like something I've been looking for like this whole time, to find like an older iPod that's in really good condition. So we have the box here, which I'll show off first, which is cool. It's the iPod 30 GB. And this is like them introducing the dock connector thing. So this, if you look at like the packaging of like new stuff now, like when you get like a new iPhone or something, it's just the iPhone. You don't get any other accessories. But this thing came with so much stuff, and I'm excited to like show that. But like it was so cool how old technology came with like so many things, like so many accessories. But here's the box. It has just like the picture of it here on the side, and like here's it is on the dock connector, and then it like shows on the back here of like it like glowing, like the red that pops up. That's such a cool feature of the iPod too, of this generation. It's such a unique iPod, but super cool. But let me show you what they included in here. So you have the box here, and it just like unfolds, and you got designed by Apple in California, all that stuff. And it kind of like flips open, and this is where the iPod would be, obviously. But I have it over here. I'll show it off in a minute. But we can take this styrofoam out, and then we have the dock connector, which is still in the plastic down here, which is really cool. And then it came, you can see the brick in there. Came with the brick, the charging brick. And also in this section, I believe is where this was, but I have it separate now, but it comes with the cord. And on this generation, of course, you had to have the FireWire connector with the dock, like the actual dock, the 30-pin dock connector. But it still has like the plastic stuff on it. This was never unwrapped. It's still in it's so cool that it had like just like the original, and like it has like these little caps on the thing, and it's so cool. It had definitely been used before. Just like it's kind of like crinkled up a little bit right there, but like it's so cool that it came with all this stuff. And even on this other side here, like we didn't even get to the other side yet. We still got this side here that flips open, and this has got like the information and stuff in here. It's like just like the booklet, and it has like the iPod like DVD CD thing that like you could put iTunes on your computer with it, and just has like stuff that you can put on there, and just like all the original paperwork is here, like the user guide, and it's so cool that it's just like all this stuff is still here. It's just like such a relic to me. I just really find like it's so cool, like being just like a nerd about like iPods and stuff. It's so cool to have this. And then we have even more stuff in here. We have this thing is so nifty, the little remote control that they like came up with on this one that you would plug into the top. I'll show that off kind of in a minute. Like I'll show you how that connects, but it even has the little like things that you put in the dock to keep the dust out. Like little, it's just like crazy. It came with so much stuff. And it has the original headphones here, still sealed, like still has the wrap on them, like the original headphones, Apple headphones. So it's just so cool to me. Like it's just so awesome. I mean, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you're nerding out with me, but a lot of people wouldn't like care that much about stuff like that. And there's this other little like FireWire kind of thing here that's like still sealed, like never been used. It's like a kind of some type of adapter. I haven't looked too much into that, like what exactly that is, but yeah, super cool, super cool that it came with all this stuff. But I'm showing all this off, and I need to show you the actual iPod. So I have it plugged in over here. And a few more accessories it came with. It came with this this little case here. There's still like brand new. As you see the little Apple thing under there. It came with a carrying case. Like all this stuff you have to get separate. Like now it just came with everything. It's so cool. And it had like this little sack that you could put it into, and just keep it super protected. And that's how I usually store it too, just keep it in good condition. But I have it plugged in over here, and unplug it, and here it is, the pristine 3rd gen iPod. It's just in incredible condition. Like there's a little bit of like cosmetic scrapes on the thing. This stuff just scrapes so easily. So, like I think somebody like maybe used this like a few times, but it's just like in such good condition. Like there's like not much cosmetic at all down here. It's just a little bit there, and it's just in such good condition. And you look on the back here, it's just like still in perfect condition. Like it's so awesome. I just love it so much. It's so cool, and I just like really want to be careful with this thing. It's just like it's so awesome. And the top here, and the bottom. But let's say it turns on. Here it is. Got the color going. And I like that this has like the original interface on it too. Like it has like the battery like on the 1st generation. Like it has like the lines. Like later it just like became just like the one bar. But this is like the original, and it has like the browse feature on it, which is how you get to your music. And I just have like a lot of like my essential albums on this iPod. I use it on my older Apple computer that I've just imported like all my CDs onto. So it just has like a lot of my essentials. So I don't have a ton of stuff on here, but oh, it's just so cool, so cool. I just love. It's just in such good condition. Like it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of um technology right here. It's just so nifty to me. But really just awesome. Just have been appreciating it so much. I like keep it stored away, and it sucks that like the only thing about the stainless steel, like it's like so nice, but like it looks so nice, but you just the fingerprints is crazy. But we have the little carrying case here, fits right in here. It's got a clip for your belt. Actually use it quite often. Like when I'm like going downstairs to like do something and I want to keep listening to it, it clips it right on there, and just carry it like that. And then you can put it in this as well. But I wanted to show you the remote control is super nifty. Because that was something that just came with this generation too, and it really wasn't around very long. And it's just like a cool little feature. This still has the wrap on it as well. So it's just like this little thing, and it has a little clip on it, and you would plug your headphones into this, and it has a whole switch on it, and you just like can control the volume. You can like fast forward and play and pause. It was such a cool little thing that it came with, and they just like discontinued it after like a few years. But that's why they included this extra port on the top here next to the little like headphone jack, is that you could plug this thing into it, and then just fits right on down in there. And then you can use this remote control, and it like makes it even longer. You can like listen to something from far away and like use it like the control. Like if you had it in your pocket, you could put it on your, like if you had your iPod like clipped to your belt, and you could put this like clip it to your like shirt, and then have your headphones in, and like you could control it with this little controller. It's so cool to me. It's so nifty just like thinking about the stuff like this. It's so cool. But yeah, I love it. And like eventually they made like FM transmitters that you could like plug into here, that you could listen to music in your car, and it was like over the radio, because there wasn't like aux and shit at that time. Like it's just so cool. And now everybody's just like Bluetooth, just streaming stuff straight to the thing. It was just so cool. It was just such a timepiece. It's like that didn't last very long that they were doing stuff like that. It's just so cool. It's such a sign of the times, I guess. But super cool stuff here. It's so cool that this came with so much stuff. It's just super nifty to me. And try to get this back in here, but really cool. Just like one of my favorite, just my favorite iPod like design. Honestly, I just really like this iPod design, and it's just like, it's just so cool to have it. I just didn't even know it existed, like I said before in the past, and it's just so cool to have it, and it's just like in such good condition. Like it's so cool. But yeah, that's this iPod, the iPod 3rd generation, the iPod dot connector as it was called when it was released. Introduced the iconic dot connector, and came with so much stuff, and there's the Apple symbol, and yeah, iPod, just super cool. Super, like, I just can't believe people haven't like forgotten about them, but a lot of people just don't care about them anymore, and it's just crazy to me, because they are so cool. But on to the next one. This is one that's really cool, especially just because of the box. So this is, I'm just so excited to like have this as like just an item to have. But this is the original iPod box, iPod 1st gen, the first iPod, released November 2001. So cool. I have this box, and it's in such a good condition still. Like, it's just so cool. This is the only time they ever had this font, like the old iMac font. And just like, here is the iPod. This was the iPod when it first came out, and it's just so cool. just to have this box. Like, it's just so cool. I'm just so excited about this. Like, I haven't, like I've had this for quite a while now, but it's just super exciting to me still. Like, I just feel like a little kid. It like holds over 1,000 songs at near CD quality on 5 GB hard drive, like up to 10 hours of continuous playback, like super, like like it was so luxury at the time to have that. It's so cool. And it came with the FireWire, and it came with headphones. I think those are still in here too. But let's open the box real quick. There wasn't as much accessories with this, obviously. It was just the iPod, but here, the iPod box, the original iPod. We have this is so cool, like the original, like, paperwork in here. The getting started, and shows off like how to hook it up to your computer. You could only use this on Mac, and this was like the iTunes came out around the same time, and it's just so cool. And it just like opens up, and it has all the instructions and shows you all the stuff on here. It's just so cool to me. It would be so cool to have, like, if the iPod was still in like brand new condition, but it's like they're super hard to find. I did get the iPod with this, which I will show you, but it's just so cool to have all of this. It's so nifty to me. And these have been used, but the headphones were used, but they still have the original headphones in here. And the iPod was still very used too, which I'll show you here. I do have the original brick for it right here that came with the iPod. I can get it out. The cord was actually really long on this, but actually this is the wrong one. This is the one I was looking for. It's right here. This is where it's very long, which is really cool. But this is just FireWire to FireWire, as we see. Oops, that comes off easily, but let's see. Yeah, so here's the brick, and it just has the FireWire, which is like that on the 3rd gen as well, because it had to have the FireWire for that for the power. But this is just FireWire to FireWire. That's how it worked on this generation. And I'll show you. Here is the iPod itself. Not in very good cosmetic condition. I have one that's in better cosmetic condition than the one I showed off before, but it's cool to still have another 1st gen. And it's pretty scratched up on the back, but the serial numbers do match on the box. And this was the original box, and this is the iPod that came with it, which is really cool. But it was obviously very loved and used a lot, which is cool. I'm glad they got a lot of love out of it. But it's the top with the FireWire port, and the headphone jack got a little broken on the side, but it still works. And then the giant hold button, and it's so thick. I really love the original iPod too, though. It's just like such a cool, nifty, like thick piece of technology. Like, it's so cool. And of course, like, the scroll wheel was manual, the only one that ever had that. But it does work. We can turn it on here, as you can see, and I can hold it here to turn the light on. But the only thing about this one that sucks is that the middle button is not working on it, unfortunately. So I can't really like browse things on here, so I'm just kind of using it as a shuffle. It's like a big shuffle. I just have stuff on here, and I can just hit the play button, and it'll start playing the music, so I can listen to stuff that way. And it still works, so I can still listen to stuff, which is cool. And I can still adjust the volume and do all that stuff. So I can still use it, and it's still really cool for that reason. But yeah, really nifty. I still love the 1st gen iPod. And this is cool. It's like this one's a little bit more beat up, so I can like take this out in the world with me and like use it, even though the battery life is not like incredible, obviously, because it's pretty old and it's the original battery still. Could replace it sometime, but I don't know. But super cool. Here's the other side of this, the slot where the iPod itself would have come. when we got it, when you get it. So super cool. Just really cool stuff. So just like this, the main seller with this was to get the box, and it was so cool with the boxes in just such good condition. Just really nifty that I'll always have. Like, I can just see the iPod when it's in like really pristine condition, like brand new, like super cool. It'd be cool to have a really good condition first gen one day, but I'm not ever counting on getting one that's going to get more and more expensive and more rare. So if I were to hit the lotto or something, that's probably what I would buy one. But all right, last one but not least, got the 4th generation. Got a 20 gigabyte one, but this box is really cool. This is a pretty good condition. It's a little bit more beat up than my other boxes, but still really cool. And this is like the colored like silhouette when that came in, like the iconic commercials and just like advertisements like around like 04 and stuff, when stuff like this started coming out. It was just like, I remember seeing this kid obviously and being around, and really cool. But here's the 4th gen actual size on the box. 4th gen. This one is also in very good condition. The person took care of it. It was definitely used, but they had a case, which I'll show you on it. But really cool. I like it as the colors on it is so cool, and this is just like such a timepiece again. I'm gonna try to take it out of here, show you. This one didn't come with as much stuff as the 3rd gen, but it's still in this pretty big box here. It opens up fairly similar to the other ones. On this side, I've got the Enjoy with the paperwork, and then we have the cord here that still has the thing on it, the plastic on it as well. And we have the headphones that were used. And there was another piece that I will grab in just a second, and kind of wanted to show. I thought it was really cool that it came with it. On the other side was where the iPod itself came in. Let me go grab that other piece real quick. I'll be right back. It's right over here. Just thought this was kind of like a little nifty thing that it came with too. This like dual power brick here is really cool. It like has like because this is when you could start actually charging it with USB as well, but it has like the FireWire connector and like the USB connector. And I just thought this was a really nifty thing too, that like I didn't even know this really existed, which is really cool. But yeah, it's really nifty. But let me get to the actual iPod once again. Here it is in the case. That I guess somebody just bought this case separate. I don't think it came with the case like the 3rd gen did. But yeah, still really cool. Like this is like all foggy and stuff, so it's used a lot. But you take the iPod out itself, and it's still like in very good condition. Like the back is still very clear and not scraped up, so I'm just sure they mostly used it in this case. And as cool as this one's pretty skinny too. All my other 4th gens are not as like skinny like this, which is really nifty too. Have one like this. The front, like once again, has a little bit of scraping on the screen, but like the rest of it in really like great condition for how old it is. And just like a little dirty around like here where they used it a lot and stuff, but still like all around like very good condition, especially the back. And just the dock port, and here's the top. It still had the connectors for those little things. So look at this one. I like how the backlight was like really good on these 4th gens. This is the last of the monos, besides the minis. The minis were like the last. I think the 2nd gen mini was the last mono iPod, but this is the last big mono iPod that was ever released. And with this one, I just have like a bunch of like pretty much all the stuff that I've imported onto that computer as of right now. Just a bunch of stuff on here. but really cool to have this one too. And I just like it's in such good condition, and I'm just like just so excited to have these, and I'm just gonna always just treasure these and take care of them. And it's just so cool. Like, these are just gonna keep getting cooler and cooler. It's cool. I can see myself, like, it's like a mirror in this like stainless steel. It's so cool. I'm sure you could probably see that too when I was filming it, obviously. But let me grab one more thing real quick to show off. I was talking about it earlier. I told you it had, like, because it has these connections on the top here, that like the remote control will go into. And this is I have one of these FM transmitters from back in the day that it came with, that was like really marketed, especially with the 4th gen, because you could put it on the top here like this and plug in, and then you can like tune into the radio station, and you could play the music, and not like super high quality most of the time, but you could play the music over top of it, like over the radio and stuff in your car. And like, it was cool. Is this my car that I actually have in real life is 2004, so it was like the same time that this iPod came out, and it's so cool. Like, it just goes along with it so well to me. But this is the nifty little things that it's crazy that they used to make these like for a short period of time too. So, but really cool stuff. Just super excited to have this. And a lot of people look at the 4th gen as like the iPod, and I kind of see that too. There's like the design of an iPod, like the scroll wheel, basic, super simple. Like, this is like, and like when you think of an iPod, kind of this, and like the Nano, obviously. But yeah, super excited about all this. And it was cool that they sent this case with it too. The people that owned it, I guess they just bought this separately. And this is a pretty cool case. Like, you could see through here the screen, and you could still plug it in down here. And it has a little clip on it as well. So really cool. Just takes you back in time, I guess, which is really something I love so much about it. But that is really, really cool. And I'll put this stuff back away real quick. I don't even know where this came from. This little piece, I guess it's probably just sitting in there. But sorry, I'm gonna be a little long-winded here. You see me nerd out a little bit, but these are my iPods. My really cool, like, I just keep these boxes on display. And it's just so cool to have all this stuff. Love it so much. Love iPods. I use them every day. I use my iPod every day. I don't stream music. I listen to my iPods at work. I listen to them at home. I just always, I can have a good rotation of them always, and I just love listening to iPods, and they just make me appreciate music even more. It's just, like, I love music so much. Like, people who watch my channel know that. I just love music, and it gets stronger and stronger, I feel like, every day and every year. It's crazy to me. But it's just another way to appreciate music. Obviously, I collect physical music too, CDs, records, cassettes, and I love listening to music in that way too. But the iPod is super easy to turn it on. It's like, portable, take it out with you. Like, it's just so cool to me, and just love it so much. So just brings a new appreciation to listening to music that I feel like you don't get when you stream things. But yeah, that's my iPod update video. Hope you guys liked that. I'm super excited about them, obviously, as you can tell, but I should probably stop talking now, because I'm just getting a little long-winded here, just giddy little kid excited, like, about these things. But so thanks for watching today, and I'll see you guys next time. Let you know if I get more iPods in the future.